Hi there, welcome to LSB Feasters Radio Channel and Travel Corner. So glad you're here today because today we're going to Boston with WROR 105.7 FM. It's the greatest hit station in Boston and it's been around for many years. It was WVBF and then it changed to WCLB and WKLB as a country station. It became oldies, grabbing the WROR call letters away from 98.5 when they ditched them. And throughout that whole time, there was one morning show on that station. That was Loren Owens and Wally Brine. Loren and Wally. Very popular in New England. Loren worked for many stations over the years. He'd been all around the country. Wally Brine was the son of WPRO AM Providence legend Salty Brine. They both went to work at WVBF back in 1981. And in 1982, management decided to take the two of them and put them together. And they had chemistry. I mean, they obviously did. They rolled on that show for 38 years, doing towny tunes and all their zany bits and Men from Maine. It became a real staple around Boston. They were together until 2016 when Wally decided to retire. And Loren continued the show by himself. But management decided they wanted to make some changes. They couldn't come to an agreement. And sadly, Loren left the show. The show actually continues. It's not Loren and Wally. It's just the ROR morning show now. Let's check out Loren and Wally on 105.7 Boston's WROR.
Welcome to another thrilling episode of the exciting adventures of Men from Maine. As today's action-packed drama begins, it's the first day of Lem's new job as a salesman at the Bangor Walmart when his new boss comes by to check and see just how he's doing.
So, how many sales did you make today?
Just one, sir.
One? Why, our salespeople usually make 20 or 30 sales. How much was the sale for?
It was for $101,237.65.
What? Why, what in God's name did you sell?
Well, first I sold him some small fish hooks. Then I sold him a new fishing rod. Then I asked him where he's going fishing. He said down the coast, so I told him he was going to need a new boat. So we went down the boat department, and I sold him a twin-engine boat, real fine one. Then he said he didn't think his Honda Civic would pull it, so I took him down to the automotive department and sold him that 4x4 Expedition.
You mean a guy came in here to buy a fish hook, and you sold him a truck and a boat?
Well, not exactly. The guy came in here to buy tampons for his wife, and I said, well, your weekend shot, you might as well go fishing.
Join us again soon for another thrilling episode of the exciting adventures of Men from Maine.
Hey, relax.
Right here on the Loren Wally Morning Show. To another thrilling episode of the exciting adventures of Men from Maine. As today's action-packed drama begins, Ephus calls the sawmill to let his boss know that his buddy Lem won't be able to make it to work when we hear...
Well, say, boss.
Yeah?
Ephus calling in here. Hey, I wanted to let you know Lem can't come to work today.
Why not?
Oh, he's sick.
What's wrong with him?
Well, the doctor says he's got anal glaucoma.
Anal glaucoma? What's that mean?
Well, that means he can't see his ass coming into work today.
Oh, my God.
Join us again soon for another thrilling episode of the exciting adventures of Men from Maine. Right here on the Loren Wally Morning Show. Welcome to another thrilling episode of the exciting adventures of Men from Maine. As today's action-packed drama begins, Lem and Ephus are working in the sawmill when Ephus notices Lem is hanging upside down by his knees from the rafters, and we hear...
Hey, Ephus, look at me.
Well, Lem, what in God's name are you doing hanging upside down from the rafters?
I'm a light bulb.
Well, you're soft in the head. You should take some time off and go home.
Oh, okay.
As Lem scrambles down from the rafters, he finally makes it to the floor and heads out the door with Ephus right behind him, and we hear...
Where you going, Ephus?
Well, I'm going home, too.
Well, why?
Well, you don't think I'm going to work in the dock, do you?
Join us again soon for another thrilling episode of the exciting adventures of Men from Maine. Right here on the Loren Wally Morning Show.
More 105.7 WROR. This is the Loren and Wally Show.
Welcome to another thrilling episode of the exciting adventures of Men from Maine. As today's action-packed adventure begins, Lem is calling the Bangor Inn to inquire about getting a room when we hear...
Hello, Bangor Inn.
Yeah, howdy. I was wondering if I could get a room.
Oh, I sure. You want a room with a tub or a shower?
Well, what's the difference?
Well, with a tub, you sit down.
Oh.
Join us again soon for another thrilling episode of the exciting adventures of Men from Maine.
Yeah.
105.7 WROR.
Welcome to another thrilling episode of the exciting adventures of Men from Maine. As today's action-packed drama begins, Ephus unexpectedly drops by Lem's place, and we hear...
Come on in, Ethan.
What in God's name is that?
It's a tuba, you moron.
Well, where'd you get it?
I borrowed it from that kid next door.
I sure didn't know you could play the tuba.
Oh, I can't.
You can't?
No, and now neither can that little next door.
Join us again soon for another thrilling episode of the exciting adventures of Men from Maine.
Yeah.
Right here on the Loren Wally Morning Show.
Okay.
WROR.
Welcome to another thrilling episode of the exciting adventures of Men from Maine. As today's action-packed drama begins, Ephus walks into Maine's only combination bank and landscaping company when we hear...
Well, good morning and welcome to Bangor Savings and Loan. How can I help you?
Yeah. Say, listen, I just got this check returned from you people, and it was marked insufficient funds. I can't believe this.
We can't believe what?
Well, the check was only for $27.38.
Let me see. Well, that's correct.
Well, you'd think a bank your size would have more money than that.
Join us again soon for another thrilling episode of the exciting adventures of Men from Maine. Right here on the Loren Wally Morning Show.
This is the Loren and Wally Show.
Welcome to another thrilling episode of the exciting adventures of Men from Maine. As today's action-packed drama begins, Ephus is working part-time at $3 Dewey's. It's late and the place is almost empty when one customer finally walks in and we hear...
Hi there, how you doing?
Oh, good. How you doing?
Oh, pretty well. Gee, I can't help but notice both your arms are in a cast. What happened?
Oh, I had a nasty skiing accident.
Oh, that's awful. Well, listen, can I get you a drink?
Why, yes, you could. I'd take a beer, please.
All right, here you go.
Hey, listen, could you do me a favor?
Why, sure, what's that?
Well, because of my condition here, could you reach in my pocket and grab some money so that I could pay you?
Well, I guess so. Here you go.
Thank you very much. Oh, would you mind grabbing that glass over there and holding it up to my lips so I can take a sip of that beer?
Well, I guess so. Sure, here you go.
I really hate to bother you, but could you reach in and grab me a few of them nuts and hold them up to my mouth?
Well, I suppose so. Here you go.
One last question, sir. Where's your men's room?
It's about 3 miles down the road on the left.
Join us again soon for another thrilling episode of the exciting adventures of Men from Maine. Right here on the Loren Wally Morning Show.
The Loren and Wally Show. Morning, 80s and more. 105.7 WROR.